Our life changed literally in 7 seconds.
Tonight on Independence High School, freshman Hunter Garstin. Last night,
The 15-year-old was at a high school wrestling match in Huntsville December 7th.
Hunter Garstin suffered a spinal cord injury that left him paralyzed. But
The doctor said, your son has a C6, C7 spinal cord injury, and if he's ever going to function again, we have to get him into surgery immediately. And I remember just breaking down hysterically, but trying to hold it together because Hunter was scared. He knew I was there because he could hear me. He said, "Mom's here." When we returned from the hospital in Atlanta and we met with therapists, we started realizing the kinds of things that Hunter was going to need: exercise equipment, medical equipment. We had hotel bills, we had gas bills, we had therapy bills. We had to buy a $60,000 accessible van because with a wheelchair, that was the only way to get Hunter around. And the insurance company had told me it wouldn't be a problem. And I went to turn in the bill and they denied it and everything else. It's terrifying to hear no, no, no when it's your child and there's so many things that he needs. I didn't know where to start. I had no idea. I had never dealt with insurance companies. I had called one other attorney that I knew through mutual friends before Rocky, and he kind of hemmed and hawed on maybe, maybe not, we can talk about it. When I approached Rocky, he immediately said yes. He was ready to help. Even that afternoon, before I even left the office, he was already contacting people about Hunter's case. And even when I went back and talked to that attorney and told him that I had decided to go with Rocky, he told me he thought that I'd made a good choice. We started getting answers, figuring out even what the policy was and what Hunter was entitled to. And we started getting recovery for some of the monies we lost. We got reimbursed for that $67,000 van. We got that therapy bike reimbursed. We got money to buy Hunter a van and modify it so he's able to drive.
I feel like the car has opened up my world, so I'm excited about that.
One by one, I felt kind of the chips coming off my shoulder. The funds that Rocky was able to get us helped buy the equipment that Hunter needed at his therapy because they didn't have the equipment to accommodate his injury. And so with some of the insurance money, we were able to buy a pacer, which they didn't have. We were able to buy a smart drive to put on the back of his wheelchair. It helps propel him up hills and helps save his arms and shoulders from all the pushing he does in a wheelchair. And the latest one we've been talking with them about is college. There's money in the catastrophic policy to help him pay for that. And Rocky and Afsoon have been hard at work making sure that he gets that money for college. Another thing that meant a lot to us was at the end of our mediation, Rocky and Afsoon told us they were gonna forego their fees out of that large chunk of money to put back into Hunter's therapy so that I could have more money to travel to Atlanta with him and get the therapy that he really needed and deserved. And I've never known any attorney to do that. It meant a lot to me. They cared that much and worked so hard for very little. Not many people would do that. So my advice is to call them as soon as you can possibly think about it after an injury. When I see his commercials now, I say, those are my lawyers.
people tell me, I can't believe you do what you do every day and there's no way I could do it. Really, my only response to that is take all those negative thoughts that people tell you regarding your injury and put that into the back of your mind. Strive for it and never give up.